I think I'm live. Hello, hello, Zen friends. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to your weekend. I hope you're doing well and you're enjoying all of these beautiful moments. So before we get into everything, let us bring in some beautiful love energy. Can definitely use some balancing of some energy today. Right? Isn't there just some weird blue, just different energy been going on these last few days. So just some definitely, yesterday felt very heavy. Today feels lighter, but still kind of weird. So we're going to bring in some unconditional love energy, let it fill us up, go into our brains and all our stories and our thoughts and our hearts and all of our emotions and into our energy, into our meridians, our auras, our chakras, into our physical bodies, into all of our joints and organs and blood, whatever we need to be raised by that love vibration. We allow it to flow in, fill our life, and then go out to that outside world and do whatever it wants to do out there too, because they need it too, right? So hello, everybody. Hello. Does feel a little weird, right? Very strange. Just off. The world just kind of feels off. Just feels like even the lighting of the sun feels a little different, and it just feels a bit strange. But so we'll go with the flow. Let's bring in some love energy. I'm going to take a big deep breath. We'll come back to right here, right now as I'm hitting the singing bowl. If you want to think of one thing that you're grateful for right here, right now in this moment, then we can let that energy take our love vibration higher, because it naturally does that, gratitude energy. And then it attracts, makes us a magnet to attract those things that we're grateful for, and then also allows us to receive messages from spirit too. So if you'd like to join me, I'm going to take a big deep breath, come back out of the future, come out of the past into this moment. You can hold it for as long as you'd like. So here we go. Big deep breath in. All right, let's begin. Beautiful. She's a little muted today. She's not as loud as she normally is. So that kind of represents that energy too. And I'm sorry, I'm like beginning to sweat. I'm going to need to open my air conditioner vent here. I don't think you guys can hear it, but I do need to open it up, or we're just going to be drenched. Hold on a second. Got to get some good air flowing in here. Woof. Turned off the fans and it like heated up like 3 degrees already. Woof. So let me know if you guys can hear that. It doesn't sound too loud, but we shall see. So, welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to share something really quick. It was Eckhart Tolle. I saw a video this morning, and he mentioned something about honoring the present moment that life begins to flow with ease and joy. And I really like that about honoring the moment. You know, how we can get caught up in the future. I need something to be happy, or, oh God, this stuff in the past irritates me. We can come to this, or the future, becoming and honoring what I'm experiencing right here, right now in the moment. Just feels, it was just hit me really well, that word honoring. So I wanted to share that with all of you today. Just that when we're getting pulled over the place, take a big deep breath and come back and honor this moment for what it is, honoring and being in the moment. And that allows this ease to flow, and this joy, the natural essence of who we are, allows it just to fill up our moment. So I like that. So hopefully that is helpful. So welcome Zen friends. Honor, I know, right? I love it. So glad to have you all here. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Of course, I'm brudda-zen. We got this great energy among all of our Zen friends here. Huge hearts full of love and great senses of humor too. Two things we can definitely use in this day and age, right? So welcome. There's always room for more Zen friends. If you want to know how the reading process works, it's all down in the description box of the video. Donations get priority. I do honor that energy exchange, and I step out of the free readings and dive deeper, meaning I do pull more cards for those too. Free readings are 1 to 2 cards. Donations, we pull a bit more. And also, if you make a donation, you do get a fortune cookie for one person per session, just to make it fair for everyone time-wise. Today, we're using the Sacred Medicine Oracle, beautiful deck. So that's where we'll pull from there. We are using the tarot deck today, just while I'm at it, the Animals Guide Tarot by Radley Valentine. So we're going to be using those today. Just got drawn to those. Connection to nature kind of energy. So I love that. I love fortune cookies. You're so funny. And if you want to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom or in the description box of the video. I do have my Venmo, CashApp, PayPal, and Square. Don't have any set dollar amounts because I know everyone's finances vary across the world, and the cost of living is different. The rate of exchange is different. So whatever you give from your heart, I know you're giving what you're able to. And so I honor that. Once I'm done with all donations, I'll be on for 3 hours. So whatever I get to in the 3 hours, I always finish all donations. If I have a bunch of donations, I might, if at the end of 3 hours, I might end the session, go rest, and come back on and finish out all the donations. But for the free readings, I don't come back on and finish those except on Sunday, in my Sunday morning session. After I'm done with my 3 hours or so, then I go and head off and go eat and rest. I come back on and finish out everything from Sunday morning. So if you try to get a reading, free reading, and I don't get to it, make sure to come back on Sunday. Last night, we completed everything. We were only on for 2 hours. So it was a light night. Everyone was off somewhere. There was weird energy last night, but it was good. You know, it was everything happens for a reason. We're able to rest and do what we're going to do, right? So it's always perfect for us. So we'll see how we go about today. At the end of each session, I do post a pinned comment listing all the readings I completed with timestamps so that you can just click on it and go directly to your reading. I'm already dropping cards. Yay. All right. So I think that's mostly everything here. Again, it just feels like a weird off kind of energy. So this will be fun. I once we get spirit going, that's like this comfort zone because you're under the spout where all the beautiful unconditional love comes out, right? All right. So we will jump in. I do have, let's see here, make sure I didn't get any more. So I do have 5 donations to start off. We'll start off with Jojo. You'll be up first. And then Maria P. via Z PayPal. And then we'll bounce back over to Olivia and Aries Rising. And then we have Sean G. also via Z CashApp. So that is where we will begin. I don't think there's anything else. So cheers to everyone. Make sure to drink your water. I'm going to have some coffee since I haven't had a lot today. Yum, yum, yum. All right. So, Jojo, we're starting off with you at 10:54. You have tea. Yes. Tea is good. There we go. 10:54. Perfect. All right. Let's get up to the top of the screen here. Give that donation a love and a like. Hey, hey, hey. Happy August 15th. Can you believe it's the middle of August already? Crazy. So you wanted to know, why did the coworker act weird today? Well, it's this energy. Any intention behind inviting you for coffee? Or was that just for fun? Excited for the tarot tea now? Yeah, you're right. We'll get into the tea here. All right. So what was the energy around weirdness with that person today? Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3. And then what were the intentions here? I feel are these, this, and that's the bottom of the deck. So we'll keep that. I feel like this here too. Okay. Yeah. Fun. So we're starting off here with cuckoo. Here's your bird. You get birds all the time too. You got life experience, card 16, which actually is the devil card in the major arcana. So there is this work energy, this challenging energy. It's like shadow, right? It's that Saturn Capricorn energy of shaking and rattling some long-held beliefs and things like that. So there is a little bit of learning going on right now, and that's what this feels like, right? All this energy, it does feel like something went into Capricorn, or something happened to Saturn. I think Saturn went into Pisces, didn't it? It did something. So I feel like this is kind of some of that energy. It's really amplifying a lot of stuff on the inside. And, admittedly, I mean, I'm almost 60 years old. I can't believe that either. But I've done a lot of inner work a lot of my life. And this energy feels almost overwhelming, even for me. Which that sounds kind of egotistical, but when you have done so much and you're so old, you get used to the but this, it feels even like, whoa, this feels a little uncomfortable. So just to say that, among a lot of you that have done your inner work too, if you're like, what's going on, you're like, oh wow, this is a bit much, right? Anyway, let's see here about the weirdness about this particular person, what they want you to know. You got the Page of Air. Look, another bird. Seagull. So, of course, that is about seeing things, the Page of Swords, seeing things from a higher perspective. You got the Justice card coming in here. You got the Elephant. But that is, again, it's air energy in a way, because the Justice card usually has the Ace of Swords in one hand, balancing of the mind, and then the Emperor energy, little mouse, as well, coming in here. So we do have the deer mouse, Emperor, which is this, I feel like this is an energy here of you bringing clarity. I mean, that's what the Emperor really does, right? They realize everyone else's opinions and they decide, what is it that I want? And so all of this energy is about clarity of your mind. And so that weirdness is a reflection back to you of, I feel like it's more of a mental story, a mental picture, because they're they're acting unexpectedly. And that's making your sensors go off and going, this isn't matching up to what I think they should be doing, how they should be acting. And it's just like this little shaking that's going on with this devil card and shadow work. So all four of these energies is about, whoa, what's going on here? This is weird. This is different. They're acting odd or weird means that it's not our norm of what we are expecting from someone. So there's a shift that's happening, but I don't feel like it's them. They're acting more as a mirror of more so of that you're feeling odd, you're feeling weird, and this is that projection onto them. So I feel like it's more of a mirror energy than it is for the you know, kind of, that kind of energy, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's more about what the weirdness was, is that it was in here and we were seeing through weird glasses, so things were seeming weird, if that makes sense. Let's look at their intentions. Ugh. I know, right? So is this other intentions or just for fun? King of Fire. So we got this one King of Wands energy coming in. It's like the Emperor energy that's coming in here. And the High Priestess energy of the Owl. Here, another flying creature. Let's see what these other two are. These feel like these are below the surface. Yeah, we got the Hermit energy and the Nine of Air, the Nine of Swords, which is all the expectations. These 9 energies. I feel like there is attraction there with the King of Wands energy, because I was asking specifically about their intentions, but I feel like they are pretty much like an introvert kind of energy with all of these Hermit energies, the High Priestess. Both the Hermit and the High Priestess go away into the High Priestess temple. The Hermit goes into the cave to get away from all of the noise and chaos to be able to see things more clearly, right? But their energy, I feel like they're really kind of an introvert at heart and kind of don't want to be out and about, and that they asked you, I feel like is a big deal for them, because I don't feel like they just ask anyone out for like interaction. It takes them really wanting to interact. So there is a energetic attraction to you there, and physical, of course. But and that's your Leo energy just drawing him out. He's out and about literally all day. Yeah. But there's still this hermity type energy that's coming in around them. And because it could even though they're acting on the outside, it's like they find themselves alone in a crowd. And there's something about they don't like being at home, because there's something at home that doesn't feel comfortable for them. So they're out and about. Especially with this 9 of Air, there's like a lot of that fear of so much fear, a lot there. But this is a mirror for you, showing you, bringing up things as well. And this makes sense, because I almost feel like, I don't know why I feel like with this hermity, it's almost like not socially awkward, because they're different. And even though, because I feel like I keep myself busy and active so that I don't have to face these fears, but I'm not present when I'm out and about and doing things, because I'm in here, if that makes sense. It's almost like not quite ADHD, maybe a little bit being on the spectrum, and then maybe a little bit on the ADHD. It just feels like there's a lot of chatter, if that makes sense. But I do feel like they were attracted there, but I do feel like it's also an energy of pointing you back to you, to have you face your fears, because with the high priestess and the hermit, that's you going inward and upward and clarifying some mindsets, clearing some mindsets from you, because you got the emperor and the king of fire too. So both of those energies are, and with the devil card being all of this challenging and decision making, and what do I want, regardless of what anyone is saying or doing or acting. I'm not going to let someone's actions, I'm not going to let a story, and even especially an old story, be created where I allow that to make me not do something or do something, right? Oh, the mirroring. Yeah. Boom, boom. What was this other thing I heard from Eckhart Tolle? When you're looking for something, you miss nothing. I like that. He also said that in a video this morning. I knew there was one other thing, and that makes sense, because when we're striving for something, we miss the nothing of being still and being us and being able to come here now and honor the moment and be grateful. Instead, we're you know, we're striving for something. We miss the nothingness that comes in with that. So wow, isn't that cool? All right, let's see. Hopefully that helps a little bit here. I don't feel like big energy between the two of you, so I don't feel like it's like even a stepping stone. It's more like a pebble you skip across the pond to watch it. If that makes sense. Do not throw them. It's just figurative. All right, let's see what your fortune cookie says. So you've got the void, dark spirit moon, even the number 2, which is the high priestess energy again, being in the void here. So let's see what this brings in. All life was created from the dark. Sink into the void and allow the medicine in this experience to reveal itself to you. Resist the urge to leap out of this phase and simply be in it. Remember that it is in times of discomfort and chaos that we grow deeply. Here we go. You may feel like you're falling, failing, or not able to find your way, but sometimes this is exactly what is needed. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be and allow the truth of this time to give you clarity. The stars cannot be seen without the beauty of the dark, and they shine especially bright on a moonless night. Have compassion for yourself during the darkness. Darkness is neither good nor bad and often brings the deeper gifts. Hold the lessons that rise from this time with tenderness. Raw emotions and feelings are a call for healing. This is a reminder that you are worthy of taking space and time. As we expand our capacity to feel into the full spectrum of life, from darkest night to brightest day, we see that we are already whole. Move through this phase so that the next cycle can enter as the moon begins to wax. It's interesting with the dark spirit moon and the void. We've been having in August and September, I think, as well. Usually the void, of course, where the moon, when it has its last aspect to a planet before it changes signs, is short, usually within a day. But they've been like days. And we have one of those, I think, coming up too. I think we're in one coming up this weekend. But it's interesting, right? You love the darkness, right? A sacred ceremony. Envision yourself standing upon your ancestral lands, feet firmly rooted. The sky above you is pitch black and vast. There's no beginning or end to the expansiveness. Open your arms to the world above and feel yourself become one with it. An animal constellation from the stars moves forward for you with warmth, support, and love. You feel cradled and held. With their energy on the back of your heart center, you fall into support, surrender, and emptiness. Wrapped in a ceremonial blanket, the animal constellation gently lowers you to the earth, where you receive the knowledge that it's safe to be exactly as you are in this very moment. Well, honoring the moment and being who you are, right? The healing affirmation says, I honor this cycle of darkness, trusting that the medicine will reveal itself. Wow. I love that. Boom, boom, shakalaka, boom, boom. You were born in the dark moon. I love it. All right. Yeah, I think I was born around a new moon as well. I love that energy. So that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. Hopefully that gives you the clarity you needed. Yeah, you came for tea, you got clarity. I know, right? Surprise. You're so funny. All right. Many blessings. Much love to you, my friend. Alrighty. Maria P., you are up next. Let's grab your timestamp here. Did I even put you? I did put your timestamp. Okay, good. Not falling down on the job yet. Boom. Right, there we go. So, Maria, over here to the PayPal. Got your questions over here. Shuffle these up. Take another sip here. All right. So, Maria, update on the days of our lives, or your lives. Wally's feelings and thoughts towards you today. Let's take a look, check in on what they're feeling here. Okay, do you feel like 1, 2, 3? What did he think of our sleepover on Wednesday? Okay. Boom, boom, boom. 3 cards. Oh, 4 cards for that one. Wow. What's coming for you guys this weekend? For this weekend. Wow, 3 cards for that too. Update on the dark side. What's going on over there? A couple cards. Today, after our quick visit together during lunch, what his thoughts were. All right. Feel like that. An underlying energy and anything else. Okay. So, feelings and thoughts for you today. We do have the Dreamer card, which is the full card, along with the 2 of Earth, 2 of Pentacles. Very balancing energy with that one. And the 10 of Air, letting go of expectations. I like this energy. Very balancing. The Dreamer card, the full card, is an energy of a fresh start, a new adventure, free of expectations. No supposed to, shoulds, have to, musts. But also, I feel like here with the 2 of Pentacles, which is this wonderful balancing of the outside world energy, combined with all of this, this is like a world of possibilities. It's like a balance of I'm not looking to avoid expectations. I'm just not worried about them. And I'm going to enjoy and move forward, not letting the fear of disappointing someone or being disappointed hold me back from doing the things I want to do. Meaning with you and the relationship, more so along what I'm feeling is like, I might have been like, well, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that because then you're going to feel this and want this. And what if I can't give that to you and blah, blah, blah. They're not worried about that anymore. I feel like they're just going, I'm moving forward in this relationship and growing deeper, and I'm just going to let things, they just showed me going down. There's these here in the mountains. They'll have these little carts you sit in that gravity takes you down and it winds down, but you have a little brake that holds it down. You won't like fly off, but you can go so fast you feel like you're going to fly off. They're attached to the railings, so you won't go anywhere, but people brake and brake and brake and brake and brake and brake. And so everyone kind of just holds up and lets the person who's scared get down so you can go fast. Well, this is they're letting the brake go and they're allowing it to go fast. So I like that energy. We'll leave it there for now. What did you think of your sleepover Wednesday night? Let's take a look here. Queen of Fire, Queen of Wands. Oh, of course. Passion, passion, passion. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, very fortunate energy. 10 of Wands. Oh my gosh. And the Page of Fire. Well, it was definitely, they felt very on fire. There was a lot of extra passion. I feel here, even, I mean, with these tens, this energy, it was like a new heightened sense of expression. And I feel like because they're letting their heart go and not having that, that they felt like that it flooded and opened up more too through it all. So I like that energy for them, because it does feel like they let themselves go more and didn't feel like they had to withhold their more of their emotional energy, and it meshed with their passionate energy. So I feel like it was a very emotionally, but also, of course, uh, energetically charged night. We'll call it energetically charged tonight. So very, very happy about that. They were like, whoa, what was that? What's coming for you guys this weekend? You got renewal, you got the judgment card. Look at the raccoons. I love raccoons. We had a little family come visit us the other night. um, but I like this. This is like the calling card, seeing things differently. The ego, we got the devil card, which is the shaking and rattling of long held beliefs. And the ace of water, ace of cups. Yeah. Happy, happy emotions here. I do feel like there is this draw here. And I just feel like it does feel like being drawn to a new level in your guys' relationship this weekend. I feel like there's something new that happens, like normally, or something out of the ordinary in a happy way, a positive way. Don't be afraid. I know you're right now, you're not, you're like, woohoo. But there's this energy of I'm letting go of these old ways of thinking. So I want to do this with you. Let's go do this. And you're like, really? Wow. I didn't think that you would want to, do that. I don't know if it's like they normally wouldn't come over on the weekend, and maybe like if you have your kids with you or something, and so you're kind of rooted at home. He's like, well, I want to come over, let's play games, or let's go do this, well, bring your kids, let's go do this, or I don't know. It just feels like there's this energy that's going on right now, because they're very motivated with all of this energy um, that they felt. Like I feel like they're have this moment of bravery that they want to step forward and do something. So it'd be interesting to see what that is here, but it feels very expansive kind of energy. Updates on the dark side. We got the Two of Fire, the Five of Earth. Yeah. Five of Earth, Five of Pentacles, the fear of not having enough, not being enough, this abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind kind of energy. And the Two of Wands, again, is that energy I feel like they've been getting, which is like the desire to plan and to plan in a way so that they can make sure they're secure, but also that, the dark side princess is also, cared for, that with all the time that they were together and being the baby mama and all that. They don't want to just, it's too bad, you're on your own, do what you want, you have to, they want to make sure that they're cared for too, which is good. It shows you what kind of heart they have. But I feel like that's what's going on there. And then today, after your quick visit during lunch, what were his thoughts? Eight of Fire, Eight of Wands, more, more passion, more movement, and the Emperor. Wow, Aries energy, decisions. What do I want to do? I got to decide what I want to do, and this is that kind of planning energy too. I need to make plans. I want to take action to create more openness between us. I want to get the things in place where the relationship can go where it flows to, and that there aren't these restrictions that hold it back. Again, it's that energy of the emperor's like letting go of a lot of expectations of the shoulds, the supposed tos, the need tos, from everyone else, and go, what do I want and how can I make that happen? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to bring in? What needs to flow? All of that planning kind of energy. So very interesting. It really definitely sparked something. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in too. See what else they want you to know here. All right, here we go. And you've got diversity, two-spirit. Interesting. Card number 40. So the term two-spirit is used by indigenous people to speak about a person who identifies with both masculine and feminine energies. Folks who hold this beautiful identity open our minds to the truth that there is a diversity of all things, but especially gender. There can be fluidity, here's that fluidity energy, to our fixed and binary understandings of identity, and with an open heart and mind, we can move beyond what we have known. This medicine of this card offers rainbow light to your minds and hearts, asking you to reflect on your fixed beliefs. Can you believe that? That's what we were talking about throughout this reading. Where are you unmovable, or where you're unable to see the diversity in people, opinions, and expressions? Where are you being too rigid or closing your heart to another? It's time to let unconditional love penetrate these energies so that you can stay in the flow of connection. That's exactly what we're talking about. Not about gender, but all these, him opening his heart, right? There's this letting this question in these long-held beliefs, letting things go, opening up more, flowing. There are times when judgment, we got that judgment card, comes from a place of fear or misunderstanding, and you're offered compassion for the times in your life where this has been the case. You can always make amends and offer repair for the times you might have harmed another. Two-spirit energy brings powerful forces forward for you to come clean with yourself, forgive yourself, and move forward with an open heart to see how diverse the world truly is. So there's this flexibility and openness energy with that. The sacred ceremony says a healer who holds two-spirit energy comes before you with a rainbow ribbon. It is filled with energy that helps to expand your viewpoint and move you into a more accepting space. They swirl this ribbon around, and you are washed with all vibrant colors. As these flow around you, your heart grows bigger than you have ever felt it to be. It vibrates with acceptance and openness to learning new ways of understanding humanity. The healer affirmation says, I open myself up to learning about my fellow kin and unweaving harmful fixed beliefs of the past. I am love. I like that. There's this energy here, of course, of remembering gratitude, remembering, coming back to this moment and being grateful for what you have, and letting go of the supposed to's, all those expectations, right, that he's learning to let go of. It's a good reminder for us to let go of our expectations, come back to the now, be grateful for this moment, and then be open-minded and let things flow forward too. There's this energy of remember back when the time was, God, I wish I could just meet him for lunch, even for a moment. And now you get that, and it almost feels like, it should have been more. That's that expectation. But it's a good time for us to reflect on gratitude for. I love all these moments with them, from the small ones to the large ones to the overnight. Who would have thought, months ago, it was like, when are we going to be able to have a sleepover? Now it's like happening. It's almost becoming part of the norm, right? But don't get comfortable with expecting it. Return to gratitude for it, right? So I feel like that's what they have for you, Maria, right now. So many blessings to you. All right. All right, Olivia, you are up, my dear. Let's grab your timestamp here. Whoops. Try that again. There we go. All right. Thank you for your donation and your little behind the scenes sticker. All right. It's always such a pleasure spending a night in the BCT shop. Oh, thank you so much. I love having you here. Love being here as well, of course. So BD and you aren't dating, but there is attraction whenever your paths cross. Dun, dun, dun. So let's take a look here. When will your paths cross again based on current energies? Okay. That and these. And then what ends up unfolding? I feel like when you cross paths, but also just in general based on current energies too. Just overall. All right. Yeah, it is interesting here. You guys have the Four of Cups, the Four of Water energy on the bottom, which is the tortoise. But the Four of Cups is an energy of emotional stability. But I kind of feel like what this energy is below the surface is part of the, slowness of the tortoise and things unfolding. It's given you both the opportunity to take things emotionally within yourself to a new level, because it's like both of you are bored of doing what you've always done and getting what you've always gotten, and the lack of feeling of fullness from those past experiences with other people, that it's giving you guys the opportunity to go through the emotional conflict independently, so you don't have to go through it together. You'll meet when you get to the Six of Cups, which is this higher heightened connection. So that's interesting that that's there. But let's see, I guess they're kind of building up to the when would you guys, based on current energies coming across each other's path? Well, the High Priestess is an energy of, it's going to be a little bit, because that High Priestess is about stepping back, being alone. She goes into her High Priestess temple to see things more clearly, to dive into the, what's going on behind the scenes, diving deep into their own emotions. So I feel like there's a little bit of time, but it also tells us that the more energy I work into kind of moving my love vibration, emotional energy to a higher place, the faster we come across each other's path again. They're working on their stuff. You can't control the speed at which they're doing it, but you can control the speed at which you experience it. It's interesting because, like, if someone is taking their good old time, it's not going to feel the same for us, the time frame, if I'm working a lot on my emotional energy. The way Spirit explained it to me, because I was like, huh? They were like, they showed me, like, if you're ever going on a road trip with someone who's just negative and complaining, are we there yet? Are we there yet? An hour trip feels like 10 hours. Where if you're in on a road trip with your bestie and you're laughing hysterically and you're having a blast and you're singing along to the radio and all this stuff, a 10-hour trip feels like an hour, right? Well, that's what happens with us. If someone's in their lower vibration taking their good old time, it feels like it's taking forever for them. But for us, if we're working on our raising our love vibration, it feels like it happens, oh wow, it's here already, kind of energy. So I feel like that's important to know. Underneath all that, you do have the Star card and the Queen of Earth. So yeah, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. There is this time here of focusing on yourself. Even the Star card can be an energy of balance, because there's 7 small stars around the big star, which are the chakras. So it's about balancing energy that's coming in with that there too. So I feel like that's what they're saying here. Timing is up to you about how much attention you put on your raising your love vibration, of course, because higher vibration moves faster, brings things to us faster too. Lower vibration slows things down, right? So What are any ranges? Can I have any ranges? Any ranges? I have a lot of fog with that here, so it feels like they're more so going. That would be distracting right now. They're like, gone fishing, check back later. They just popped a sign in my head. So they're like, okay, so work on this, my inner love energy right now, and then check back. And then they'll give you a range, but they're like, right now, a range would distract you from this. Um, so it's like, they're like, we're not, you have asked them not to tell you yet, your higher self. It's like, wait, because I know how I work. So they're like, just wait, this little human character will do the work faster if it doesn't know. If it knows, like, all right, the faster I do it, the sooner it'll come. I'll invest a lot of energy. But if I knew, like, it's, let's say I said, oh, next week is the earliest, but maybe a year from now, it's not that far. It'd be more like, I feel like September, October, that we'd pass each other's path again. Then it's like, well, that's enough. I don't have to work so hard. But if it was like in our head, we're like, it'll be 10 years if at current energy, oh my God, let me work hard, right? Anyway, you get it because that's you. All right, let's see here. What would this, when you bump into each other, what would this look like when you do? King of Earth, yeah, like abundance, and the Queen of Air, yeah, balance of head and heart energy. But it's the King of Earth energy, which is interesting because the King of Earth rules over the Earth energy, but behind the scenes has swords, and then the Queen rules over swords, behind the scenes has emotional water energy, right? So there is, people may go, what, do you guys have anything in common? But you guys do connect on the communication and the mental and conversation. I feel like is your guys' big connection that comes in here. And I feel like there is a lot of catching up and chatting. It just feels very grounded energy, this balancing energy, the Queen of Air. And of course, the King of Pentacles is a very grounded, balanced energy. It just feels like you guys end up talking for like hours and you're like, oh my God. So I like that energy. And then overall general, how does this unfold? Well, we got the Magician energy along with the Six of Pentacles, this equal giving and receiving energy of the Kiwi. And then also the two cards of the Ace of Water. Woo, woo, woo. So some emotional sparks there. And the Three of Fire, the Three of Wands. Definitely ends up going a different direction than you guys had even thought or expected. But it just feels like it kind of goes in this direction with this feeling of fullness of emotion. But the Magician card does tell you that it's up to you how far it goes. It's your energy, based on your energy, it can go a variety of places. But this equal success card of the Six of Earth is this more equal giving and receiving relationship rather than a feeling of a codependent relationship. Kind of feel like you both were let's see, that's not a good word, challenged. It's just like the repetitive pattern of the past was each of you used to get into codependent relationships. As the givers, though, it feels like both of you would overgive to people and then get used and then feel drained and then resentful. And then you guys would end up either, they would end up, your people you were seeing would cheat on you guys, or they would end up pouring their energy out to everyone else, but not to you guys. And you guys have both experienced that you're very rooted in equal giving and receiving energy. So it's important to go in with eyes open, though, because I know me being a huge giver, I would meet givers and convert them into takers because I was such an overgiver. I would force them, because two adults come into a relationship. Codependency is there's a parent-child relationship. We'd both come in and I would, not on purpose, but that's the way it worked. So I like that for you. Let's see what the fortune cookie brings in here for you guys as well. All right, here we go. And we've got extraction with cedar. Ooh, 52. Let's see what this is here. So when we light cedar, it sparks and crackles, and this sound is said to call on our spirit helpers. Cedar is an integral part of many of our ceremonies, helping to protect and ground us. We place this medicine in our moccasins so that we walk in a good way. You've been exposed to vibrations that are not for your highest good, and this medicine comes to clear you of heavy and dense energies. This is what you're both cleansing old emotions, right? There's nothing to fear, for this is a process we all must move through at different times in our lives. Cedar is used in our sweat lodge and fasting ceremonies to create boundaries and safeguarding, and it appears here for you to provide the same. Waves of spiritual protection weave through your physical and energy bodies as lower vibrations are extracted and warded off. Allow yourself to release them fully and feel the purifying and secure medicine that cedar brings. The sacred ceremony is a warm, healing bed surrounded by crystals is set up for you to lie down upon. As you do, you sink into care and nourishment. A medicine person asks for permission to place the plant medicine cedar upon your body, laying it gently over the areas in need. They light a fire beside you, and the cedar instantly responds to the warmth. It begins to pull on the energies needing to go, and you feel a magnetic sensation all over your body as it releases. Once it finishes, they gather the cedar and place it into the fire to be transmuted fully and completely. You are light and free. Your healing affirmation is, I trust cedar as my plant ally, allowing it to clear me from what is no longer serving me. Wow, such an important energy and card for what we got it with the High Priestess and the transformation of energy. So hopefully that helps and resonates there. Olivia, that's what they have for you, my dear. So thank you again for your donation. Greatly appreciate that. Let me just update my little list here. Whoa, behave. Oh, I'm hitting all sorts of stuff. Hit the caps lock. That's what happened. All right. So what we have next here, up next we have Aries Rising, and then Sean G via the CashApp, and then Guerrera Means War will be after that. All right. So Aries Rising, we have you at 5340. Let's grab that timestamp here. All right. And thank you for your donation and your sneak peek. That little sticker there. And you want to know, I'm the man to see about spilling the tea. Yeah, spilling the tea, right? I tell you, I'm with all the mention of tea and spilling the tea, might do brudda-zen's Tea Factory or something. Change my name of my channel anyway. But let's see here. DM's planning a trip to Alaska next year with their mom. Oh, thoughts and feelings for mom regarding BA going on the trip. Oh, okay. I get you. BA. And then, trip with them. Going, regarding, feelings and thoughts from mom. Having BA going on the trip with them. And in the end, does BA really end up going? Ooh, okay. I get it. Let's take a look here. All right, let's take a quick sip here. All right. So let's Stepping into mama's energy. All right. So thoughts, and then the feelings under the surface. And then based on current energies, does BA end up going, right? In the end. Okay. Ooh, and some extra tea. A little, what do they have in tea time in England? The biscuits. This is the biscuits. Oh, interesting. On the bottom of the deck, we've got, I know I don't think penguins are in Alaska, but look, it definitely looks cold. We got the King of Water, King of Cups, which is a balance of head and heart energy that does come in there. But let's see what this all unfolds here, because it doesn't feel. I feel like their mind is different from their feelings. Let's see what Mama's thinking first. Their thoughts: 7 of Fire, 7 of Wands. Okay, and then the Capricorn energy here with number 16, life experience, which is the cuckoo, which is very much the mindsets. From Mama's mind is, you know what? The 7 of Wands is about allowing someone to be true to their authentic self, not expecting them to dim their light and blah, 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 and da, 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 da. So I feel like they're letting go of this. It has to be this way. It needs to be this way. Da, 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 da. Because I feel like they're like, on one point, they're like, well, that's next year. Who knows if they're even going to be together by that time? And number 2, the other thought is, well, I don't want to ruin my chances of going on this, is it a cruise? I just feel like on this trip, if I end up being too stringent on what I want, it's like, I don't want to ruin it, because this is like their bucket list of something that they want to do in their life. So I feel like mentally they're kind of in this flexibility, because I don't want to mess up my opportunity, but also their mind logically is going, I don't think they're even going to be together by next year when we are planning on going. But either way, I have my own room and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to have a good time. That's like the Mama's mental energy. Now, emotionally, this is what's flowing below the surface here. We do have the Hermit. Yep. This being alone energy. And the Ace of Air, Ace of Swords. The Panda. Yeah, I do feel emotionally they're like, they would rather just be going alone, having this be just a special trip between the two of them. I get all their attention. Also, there's no altercations and no arguments, no tension. It would just be, also I can control things more, because I get my way when it's just the two of us, kind of energy. Like I can, because reverting back to a child, right? Because we revert back to parent-child when we're alone on this trip. But if they go along, then they kind of act more like an adult. Ugh. I like it when they look at me as the matriarch or the ruler, instead of the other. So all of that bubbling in there. So ultimately, they're like, fine if they have to go, but they are like, their heart is like, I want to go by myself with you, no one else. Let's see here. Based on current energy, do they end up going on the trip? I mean, does BA end up? Yeah, BA. Does BA end up going on the trip with them? Let's see here. King of Earth, King of Pentacles, energy, along with the Chariot. Ooh, there is so much that happens between now and then. with that Chariot. Both of these are success and victory cards. But I do feel this energy with the Chariot. It's going based on current energy. It's going into the realm of them going, but there's so many pathways between now and then. They're like, you can ask us in a week or two, and it could be, it's just kind of the little indicator is going back and forth, and it's not yes, it's meh, 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 meh. It's like on the verge of yes and no, going back and forth on there. Let's see what the energy is underneath this too. Yeah, the Empress, all this abundance energy and fullness energy. There's a lot of victory and abundant and birthing energy that's here. But it doesn't feel like this is geared toward like the yes or no answer if they end up going. This feels like there's going to be some sort of new feeling of abundance, feeling of fullness that happens between now and then that indicates this power of choice with this energy. So I feel like there's going to be like some sort of windfall or some sort of great success that they have in between now and then. Interesting. Maybe let's see what the biscuits say, right? The tea and crumpets. That's what they are, crumpets, right? Tea and crumpets. That's what I was looking for. That was escaping me. We have the King of Fire, along with the Nine of Water, the Nine of Cups. There is this choosing to go on my own adventure, my own dream come true energy. So it's like you go with your mom to go on this thing. And this panda really stood out. I feel like BA's desire is to do something more, maybe the Orient, wherever pandas are. Pandas in China? Like in China and the East Asia? I feel like they would prefer, instead of going up that way, they'd prefer to go in the other direction to the other side of the world. You go with your mom there. I'm going to go on this trip. And because you don't want to do this and I don't want to do that, but they have the ability to go on these separate trips. So I feel like they end up going in different trips, different different adventures. And not at the same time either, because that allows more time apart. So it's strategically placed. All right, well, you're going to go to Alaska and you guys will be gone, 10 days, 2 weeks or whatever. And when you come back, then I'll be leaving a week after that to go to the Orient for a couple weeks. And they're like, yeah, we like that idea. That's funny. All right, let's see what the fortune cookie brings into here. Well, the abundance, whatever the abundance that comes in with this allows them to go on 2 different trips. But I feel like it's just out of desire. They're like, I would like to go do this. And they're like, well, I don't like that. And they're like, I'm going to go do this. And they're like, well, I don't like that. And they're like, well, why don't we just take separate trips? And they're like, yeah, that sounds good. It's just more, I don't feel like it's like there's this, fight or anything of like, I hate your mother. No, nothing like that. I just feel like it's, for the amount of money that it would take for me to go along, yeah, it's cheaper because we'd share like the same rooms and blah, blah, blah. But for a little more, I can go do something I want to go do that you would never want to do. And they're like, yeah, this sounds good. Let's see what this is here too. Potency. Let's see what this energy brings into the situation. Cosmic Weaver. Ooh, all right. Let's see what's coming in here with all this. So, I'm just going to read the card. We can apply it to whoever it applies to, because I feel like it can apply to all of us. It could also apply to their situation and individuals within all that situation too. Because it says you are highly attuned to the magnetic frequency of the earth and beyond. You have been a healer, a medicine person, and weaver of destinies for many lifetimes. That's a great way to look at everyone too, is that we've all had all these experiences. Each of these human characters play different characters in past lives as medicine healers and different things. It allows us to see people from a different perspective when we realize there's so much more than just this one human character that they're playing. It's like when you see a movie star, that you really like in a movie, and you realize that, well, this is just them playing that one part, but I love them in this and I love them in that and that too. And then when they end up playing a villain for the first time, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like, oh, interesting, right? So this card is calling you into the remembering of your role in the planet's evolution. A weaver is able to hold multiple dimensions at once, clearing timelines that no longer serve and creating pathways of luminous destiny. From the expansive oceans to the deep and sacred forests, your soul is able to tap into the vibrations of creation and weave higher level intentions for all. At night, you soar through the stars and cosmos, visiting those in need of healing and greater understanding. During the day, you vibrate a magnitude of potent medicine. Your abilities are heightened at this time, and you're asked to feel the pulse of healing magic that flows through you effortlessly. You're being called to be of service, and your ability to offer healing, transformation, and alchemy are at its peak. There will be opportunities to share your cosmic weaving magic. Be ready and be open. Ooh. The sacred ceremony says, open and close your hands, and as you do, feel the strands of incredible healing energy you hold there. Past lifetimes of when you were a powerful visionary, a prophet, a priestess, and a medicine person begin to awaken with every movement of your hands. Begin to weave them together, each unique strand, building a complex and luminous tapestry of melded energy in the cosmos. Embrace your magic and allow the earth to be a witness to your medicine. Wow. The healing affirmation, I carry magic in my hands and muscle memory. I am a potent weaver of multiple dimensions. Wow, that's a powerful energy. I love that. So that is what we have for you, my dear. Hopefully that brings some clarity there for you, and we shall see what unfolds in the drama. All right. So that's what they have. Thank you again for your donation. All right. And then Sean G, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp. There we are. So, Sean, let's see here. You were back here. Let's see if you have your question here. Thank you for your donation via the CashApp. So, I don't think. I know YouTube changed all the names back to our @ whatever account. I think it's I forget what they call it, our label, but and not the other. But I think yours is your name. I don't see a question here though, Sean. You're welcome, Aries. Rising. So Sean. Yeah, I don't see that here. So let me undo that. Let me remove my little thingy here. And so Sean, I will move you down here. And as soon as I see your question, we'll will bring you to the top here, but you're probably on the train and got disconnected. We know how that goes. It goes under the ground and cuts you off. I know, right? All right. So we shall return to that. So Guerrero means war. That means you are up. So let's grab your timestamp here. Instead, there we go. Thank you for your donation. We'll give that a love and a like here. Boom, boom, boom. So thank you for your donation. Hello, hello, my friend. Good news. A colleague asked if you'd be interested. Wow, in joining a team closer to home. Wow, that was what we were, there was going to be something coming, right? I love it. And they just asked you out of the blue. I love it. I love it. Gotta love spirit, right? So based on current energies, will this come to fruition? Are you interested? Heck yeah, I am. All right, so let's see here. I feel like this is where this leads, but this is the answer. Let's see what else we have here. Wow, I love it. You got the world card on the bottom, which is one of the victory cards, and it is also the last card of the major arcana, which is a significant ending and new beginning that comes in as well. So very, very positive energies regarding this right now. Let's see. That's just the bottom of the deck. Let's see the two that were answering your question here. Yeah. Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning, fruition energy. I love it. And the Six of Air, movement. I love this cat's face. Meow. And you got two kitties and a dog. So there is this moving. The Six of Swords is moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, but it's also transportation. It's a movement of mindset, is a movement of goes out into the outside world, movement of location, movement of job position, all of that. Very supported here. I love this. So I feel like this is a yes. It does come to fruition. And then underlying energy, yeah, renewal. Got the judgment card here, which is the calling, being drawn. You're being drawn into something that's more in alignment with your true self. And it is this, I feel like there's this energy because it's our higher self, the angel with the horn, blowing their horn, getting our attention, drawing us out of the grave, because there's usually people in graves that are rising from those, and it's coming alive again. So I really like this energy. Let's see what this ends up happening. Yeah, the Star card, like a dream come true, balanced energy as well. So I like all of this. What's this last one? And the Eight of Fire, Eight of Wands. I feel like it happens fast too. So I really feel like there is this boom, 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 boom. Because the Eight of Wands is fast moving energy, a lot of flow of energy. So I do feel like it happens very fast with all this too. So what a wonderful confirmation here. We'll give you a fortune cookie too. Let's see what else they want you to know here. So let's take a look here and see what your fortune cookie brings in too regarding this job here. Yeah. I love it. I love it. It's very positive though. So let's see what else they want you to know here. All right, here you go. Wow, full spirit moon, fruition, abundant. What a great energy to shine, baby, shine. Card number 4. Another solid foundational energy too. Says what needs to be released so that you can shine as bright as the full moon. Well, the old position to go to this new one, right? In grandmother moon's fullest expression, we are blessed with a light that is unapologetic and bold. Your precious essence is being called forward to match this energy. While we go through seasons where our light dims and we feel small, this card shines forward to clear the way. Oh, to clear that away. Sorry, the all that energy. What self-deprecating voices need to be released from your heart? What beliefs from your soul? I feel like what you have released is these old beliefs of being small and not being worthy and being limited. Now you in this energy of I deserve this. I deserve to work closer at home, and boom, here it comes. So I feel like that's kind of an energy right here, right? Based on all the cards that you got, yes. There's all this energy of, because you got the judgment card too, which is the calling card. Like, this is your spirit, whoop, 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 blowing the horn, raising you from the dead, raising you to make you feel alive again. So it definitely feels like this. Yeah. Says, as you step into the beauty of the expansive moonlight, you are pure illumination and potential. If you have felt shy in the past to radiate in your fullness, remember that you are enough and there is space in the world for you. You belong. I love it. Allow the tides of your inner waters to be pulled by this full spirit moon, for you have walked the path of becoming and you can no longer deny your spark. Claim your magnetic essence, reveal your truth, and be. Yeah, this is so very bright for you, especially with this. In the dark skies, here's the giant full moon, too. The sacred ceremony says the light of the full spirit moon begins to glow in your heart, and there's a blast of bright energy in the center of your body. It pours into all of your cells, your tissues, and your organs. Powerful waves are initiated in your sacred waters to stir up all that needs to go. This will be released in your dreams tonight. Drink lots of water infused with this light source. Place your healing hands over each cup that you drink to activate it. Walk fearlessly and with courage as you radiate your fullest potential. So I like this here. Yeah. And it's like, I'm worried after dealing with toxicity for song. It says, walk fearlessly with courage as you radiate your fullest potential. You're being held back where you're at. This will be more in alignment of expressing your true self, right? The healing affirmation is it is safe to take up space. I stand audaciously and own my luminosity. Let's say that again. It's safe to take up space. I stand audaciously and own my luminosity. I love that. What a perfect card for your reading here. But definitely, and it's very supported, the number 4, a very solid foundation. If you think of like a huge table with huge legs, it's a very solid foundation here. This one, these are from the Sacred Medicine Oracle from Asha Frost. Native American energy that comes in here. So I love it for you. So that is what they have for you. Yeah, definitely. If you didn't get your timestamp, here's your timestamp. I'll put it back out here if you want to listen to it from the beginning. That's the timestamp of where around where I started. So check it. I love that for you. Perfect energy. Because we did a reading on that where we were going, will you find a place to work closer from home? And it was a very positive reading from what I remember, that yes, you will. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So definitely moving forward, here's the roadway. Very, very positive, very bright. So I love that. So thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. You as well. Thank you again. All righty. So I think that's it for my donations until Sean G. Let me just do one more slow roll here. just to make sure here. So hopefully, whoops, come on, mouse. Work with me here. Let me move this over a little bit. There it goes. There we are. So I don't think I see anything. Sean. All right. Oh, well, thank you, Red. We will jump to Red next here. Well, let me just grab your, I think it's just Red. Yeah, it's just Red. Put that here. So we'll jump to yours next here, Red. And then we should be able to get to, unless I get a ton more donations, I should get to some of the free readings here this evening as well. We shall see. We shall see. Yeah, good to see you too, Red. Thank you for your donation. All is going well. I hope it's going well with you. As soon as you put your question up, you'll be next. Let me just grab some of these other names of the free readings. So we got Steve here, and Atashi, and Mars, and Brenda, and we got Cat Goddess. Hello, Cat Goddess. Let's grab yours down here. And okay, we did those. All right. Looks like I just have 5 free readings here. So I might be able to get to those. All right. All right. So let me take a sip here. Absolutely. All right. So, Red, let's grab your timestamp here. Thank you for, like I said, for your donation. See your question there, so we'll jump into that. So, a reading on SS actions towards you in August and then September. Sure, let's take a look. See what we got going in here based on their current energies. What actions are they taking towards you in August? Can you believe it's the middle of August already? Craziness. Time is flying. And then here is September. I knew there was an underlying energy. Okay. See here. What's going on here? All right. So at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Magician card that's coming in here. Beautiful unicorn that's trying here. I know. I'm like, I feel like we just hit August 1st. I feel like I just said, happy August, everybody. And I'm like, mid-August, what happened? But it does feel like time is speeding up. The Magician energy, for the underlying energy of your entire reading, does reflect on just a good awareness that other people's actions, really all of the outside world, how it interacts with us is so much dependent upon our own energy, right? And that, of course, if I'm focusing on what I'm grateful for and, things that I love in my life and if it's around a specific person, what I love about them, I love what I have or what I have had. And then I open up this conduit here, right? And yeah, that makes sense because higher vibration moves faster too. So I feel like the vibration of the planet is speeding up. Even the Earth itself has it sped up or slowed down? I think it's sped up. I think the Earth, it was like a split of a second, but they were like the clocks and everything were like, oh my God, the energy of the planet has changed too. But it's an important thing to realize. And then lower vibration slows things down, where it feels like things are dragging instead of going, bringing in. So it is important to be aware of your energies, because as your energy changes, the way what you draw in and the way you perceive the world also changes. So be aware of that when we're looking at future energies, that if you don't prefer what you get, that you could always change that too. That's always good to know too. So boom, boom, boom. A lot of awareness around your own energy coming in. But going back to your original question, Dale, you want to know based on current energies, SS's actions towards you in August. We have Queen of the Earth, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy, and the Nine of Water, Nine of Cups. August almost feels a bit like you're to yourself, because 9 is a hermit's energy. 9 of Cups can be like a dream come true, but with both the energies I'm getting with the Queen of Earth, which is nurturing yourself, the 9 of Cups, loving myself and doing this, I feel like it's a more of an inner time than an outer time. Let's see what the underlying energy is here too. We have the Four of Swords, which is a card of rest. Look at a little koala bear sleeping. So there is this restingness, and I feel like they are doing this. They're cocooning, focusing on themselves, which gives you the time to also do the same. The Four of Air, the Four of Swords, is also gives us an opportunity to question our stories, our long-held thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, that expectations around who someone is supposed to be, how things are supposed to be between us, how how things are supposed to be for me, who I'm supposed to be in the interactions, and just about everything really, all the expectations. It gives us time to really question, all these things that sound like supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be. And so there's this great clarity that comes in, I feel like this month, but it feels very inward, which matches a lot of the energy that I've been feeling out in the world. It just feels like we're so turned inward, all these retrogrades that we're in. And then we have, we're starting to feel the intensity of the eclipses too. So it's like everyone's kind of becoming little snails or turtles going back into our shells for a little bit. So it feels like August is mainly that. They're focused in on resting, recuperating, self-care, and that gives us the opportunity to do that too. So August kind of feels like crickets in action between the two of you. September, yeah, Six of Fire. The dog is tired of being locked up. It's running now. September feels like more movement energy. I love it. The rescue dog, mixed breed. So there's this energy of victory and movement and flow of energy, and the Nine of Fire. Yeah, Nine of Wands energy here. So I like that the 6 and the 9, when you put them like this, look like the Cancer sign. There is this movement energy that's here. Let's see what's underneath the surface here. Yeah, the Hermit underneath the surface. So there still is this, we got 9 energy again, but there is action and movement, even though there is still a lot of inner like focus, inner draw. There is the running out of the cage. It's like what I feel like with the Six of Fire is like when you have a puppy and a crated puppy in their cage all day, and we finally let them go outside. They're like woo, and they're like psh, 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 running crazy, like psh. So I feel like when the energy comes at whoa, it's not just walking out of the meandering out of their crate or whatever. They are speeding out, so it comes out of nowhere. So I feel like it, and then all this 9 energy of September coming in here too. So I do feel like there will be action here. I feel like a lot of it is going to be, it is action, passion, energetic attraction type of energy. So I feel like it's like again, when you let the puppy out and they're running outside and they're crazy because all this energy was built up. They don't just walk up to you and just sit and go, pet me and or love on you and have an emotional experience. They're all barreling you over and licking your face and hyper energy that's going on. So this is interesting energy. Let me just pull a card here. Interesting. I want to see, what does October look like? Because I feel like it settles down here in October. Okay, they'll give us a card for October. Okay, maybe not. Well, yeah, the 10 of Wands. Here's the dog energy again, but it's more ending, beginning. It's like the 9 of Fire reaches the 10, and then it starts over at a more balanced energy, because it is a energy of extreme amount of passion energy, but then it calms down because it's the ending and beginning energy. Then we go back to the, okay, now things can be more of a, I would say, more emotional energy that could come in October. But I like this. So I feel like it's very hermity for this month, for the next 2 weeks. Then I kind of feel like for the 2 weeks after that, still kind of hermity in a way, some interaction, maybe some communication. But then I feel like mid-September, it's like boom, and then it just flows into October too. Let's see what else they want you to know with your fortune cookie here. It's like they got the zoomies. My host, she has a black lab, and when there's someone at the door, she'll just go back and forth, looking out the window to the front door, to the back of the window, back, up under the couch, Or if we mention the rye, go for a, all you do say is, do you want to go for a, out the doggy door, she goes to the garage to get in the car. Let's go. All right, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, the winds, the wind energy and change. Yeah, absolutely. 21. So the winds of change are blowing today. What changes are calling to you that you have been resisting? This card comes forward to lead you in a new direction. You've been stagnant and stuck. You don't need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. There are certain areas in your life where you are holding on tight. Release the need to control the outcome of your life and let the winds take you to new heights. You have an opportunity to free yourself of the past and step into a more supported vision. You are reminded to ask for the help that you are so worthy of receiving. The wind sweeps through to bring a huge release, and you are gifted wings to take flight and soar towards ease. The energy is quickening all around you. Time is speeding up. Oh my God, we were just talking about that. As you let go, you are able to move in a new direction faster than ever before. Allow this wind spirit to lift you up so that you may release all that is heavy and holding you back. Be free. The sacred ceremony says, a force of nature, like an energetic tornado, swoops in and surrounds you in a sacred healing portal. Your ancestors guide you and protect this space. You are safe. They hold their hands up and around this tornado, sending their medicine to help break you free of any chains or tethers that are holding you back. Immense warmth and unconditional love flood your body with the reminder that you are safe and all is well. It's okay for things to shift at this time. In fact, it is necessary. Healing affirmation is, I allow the winds of change to carry me toward a new and aligned direction. Ooh, are you being drawn somewhere? So, wonderful fortune cookie for your reading there, Red. So thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Oops. All right. Fun times ahead. All right. Hey, CJ. Saw you come in there. Good to see you. And then Michelle Smith, I saw your donation come through the CashApp. So if you'll be up next as soon as you post your question there. And then Sean G, if you're in the house, as soon as you put your question, we'll dive into that as well. Appreciate you too, Ed. Enjoy. Here comes the energy. Here comes the fun, right? Whoa. Energy flying all over the place. All right. So what we'll do while we're waiting here, we can get a couple of free readings in here maybe. So let's start with free reading here with Steve 2733X. Whoops. We'll dive into yours. Okay, maybe not. Hold on, Steve. We'll return. All right. Hey, Michelle. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's get your timestamp in here. All right. Thank you for your donation via the CashApp. Good to see you. Peace to you as well. Hey, Anna. Guess what? Dun, dun, dun. All right. So, I want to know, what are Hugh's feelings towards you? All right. So, based on their current energies, what are their feelings for you? Oh, okay. Wow. Well, this card came out first, the Lover's card. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, let's see what else. But that one came like flying out on its own. Let's see what else we got here, Michelle. Hopefully that's what you wanted. You're like, oh God, no. I feel that's probably what you wanted. All right, let's take a look here. All right, what is all this energy about? A lot of beneath the surface energy here leading to this. Okay. All right, I think we're all set up here. So, Michelle, bottom of the deck, you have the giraffe, the awakening card, which is the Hanged Man. I feel like this is something that's been growing. I like that they call it the awakening because it is about someone who's in transformation from caterpillar to butterfly. But I feel like their feelings towards you have been growing and transforming. And I feel like with this card coming up here, they definitely feel like an important relationship, a lot of love energy that comes in here with it as well, as soon as I saw the card. Because that can mean a variety of things, but let's see what else is coming in here too. We do have the 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles, another relationship dog with the mama, papa, puppies, and doggies with all the puppies. It's a relationship energy. We got the King of Air, which is interesting because that is like so much mental energy. The King of Air rules over the air, but all the kings get a second portion of air, so they're the master of thinking in air. And the 9 of Earth, 9 of Pentacles energy here too. So I do feel like there's quite a bit of contemplation because the 9 of Pentacles energy, it is a card of like dreams come true in the physical world, but it's an independence energy. But that with the 10 of Pentacles and the King of Air coming in, I feel like there's they're normally like a big thinker, but they're feeling a lot of emotions and they're like contemplating this feeling of being secure independently. And all of these fears really with the air is all the thoughts and expectations and beliefs around what a relationship would mean. And they're like really doing the cost benefit analysis here So I feel like there's a lot of strong energy about um, leaving the security and fullness of what we have into something more and in my life, if that resonates and makes sense. But that's what kind of what I'm picking up. Let's see what's below the surface here. We always like getting into the deep. Yeah, the six of air, more energy, but air energy. But this is the six of air is about leaving behind old ways of thinking, looking at things from a higher perspective and movement of thought, which brings movement in the outside world, which makes sense with that awakening card. That it feels like they've been doing their thinking and they've been moving from, no, I'd rather be by myself than be in a relationship with someone because it's less scary, more secure, to I'm having this movement of thought. Let's see what else we have here. Yep, Queen of Air. I love that because King of Air, Queen of Air, one divine counterparts coming in here feeling like someone's a match. Queen of Air she's the balance between head and heart, which is one of my energies of feeling like someone is such a compatible fit, fitting like a glove kind of energy. So this is very interesting. The Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles. I love the cow. Which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But with this awakening card, that is like something that's taking a while to get there. But that's why I said in the beginning, I feel like they've been taking a long time to contemplate and to get to this point, that I feel like there's a little bit of urgency on their part. Like I have to think of a different way they say it, but it's like poop or get off the toilet, right? Come on, bam, 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 let's go. Can't sit there forever doing nothing. Your legs are getting numb. Sorry, this is your spirit guides. Could be mine also chiming in, but I like this, that it's time for movement and time for change. And the 10 of air, yeah, 10 of swords. I'm tired of all this thinking that's holding me back. All this air energy, that big thinker that they are, they're letting go of a lot of old. They're just like, I'm sick and tired of trying to live up to everyone's expectations. I want to choose for me and not out of fear and trying to live up to what everyone else wants. This is what I want. And I feel like this is what it's taken them time to get past a lot of those fears. And this is why they're moving. I feel like there's going to be movement forward. Let's see what this is here. Yeah, 7 of air. This is them realizing that when they were lied to and cheated on and deceived and betrayed and lied to before from other people, that doesn't mean that you're going to do that. And this is being aware of our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have thieved and stolen opportunities out of our life. And it's the release of that. That's where that 6 of air comes in. Moving into like the 8 of swords would be the progression, where they're letting go of these thoughts and beliefs. But they jumped from 6 to 7. They skipped 8 and 9 and are jumping to 10, going, I'm just tired of thinking. Big thinkers all of their life. I feel like they're just ready to feel in addition to think, which is what you are with this Queen of Swords. You have this ability to communicate and be thinking, but also allow your heart to have a seat at the table, which leads you all to the Justice card, which again is more of this energy of thinking. Usually the Justice card will have like, has the scales, but they also have the Ace of Swords, swords energy, air energy again, which gives them the ability to see things from a higher perspective and balance off this long, the scales are like this. They have all these small t truths rooted in fear, all of those expectations that we talked about with the 10 of Swords, and that releases all of that. Or they take stuff, they throw things off the scale that I don't believe in this anymore, and they take things that were lower vibrational lessons that turn into higher vibration wisdom that goes on this type of the scale, which helps balance things out. And that's what they've been doing. I feel like there is this balanced energy that comes in here. with all of this. So I do feel like there will be like um, movement. There will be action towards these things. Ultimately, the Justice card is a card of commitment too, because like contracts and things with justices of the peace, maybe even. But that's where the energy where we're headed right now with them. So it looks really good. It feels like they're really had some shaking up of their mindsets going on that have really knocked some stuff loose in a good way. So I love that. Let's take a look here. So let's take a look and see what we have here for your fortune cookie. And you've got the birch tree, which is humility. Card number 29. Let's see what this brings in. Birch invites you to reach your crown up. Oh, to reach your crown up to the cosmos, one with creation, steady and rooted. Birch bark is layered with meaning, the white base filled with marks that look like scratches, yet we've used its medicine to build canoes. One could call birch imperfect, yet all we see is beauty and strength. Or imperfect. One could call birch imperfect, sorry. Yet all we see is beauty and strength. Its medicine reminds us to take up the space we divinely deserve despite all our perceived imperfections. Just like the flowers bloom into their fullest expression, the moss that spreads its greenish hue along the forest floor, and the stars that shimmer for thousands of years, you too are asked to see the same power in your presence. Are there places in your life where you make yourself small or insignificant? Where do you hear yourself repeating these words over and over again? Birch tree is here to call you out of this spell. Perhaps some voices have told you to shine, but not too bright, to rise, but not so much that you are full of yourself. Shrinking, holding back, and not taking up your rightful space is not true humility. Birch is here to remind you that you are one with all of creation, and it's time to see yourself reflected in this beauty. Stand tall, illuminate your presence, walk with the grace that you naturally carry. Even with your perceived wounds and scars, like the weathered white birch of a birch tree, you are breathtaking. Wow. The sacred ceremony says, birch tree reaches its long branches down to you. The branches embrace you, freeing you from layers of doubt and old voices that have told you that it's safer to stay small. Birch sends an infusion of golden light around you, weaves through your system, awakening your fullest potential and magnificence. Breathe this into your lungs, activating your life force. It's up to you to choose how you will take your next bold steps. With humility in your heart, you rise. Wow. The healing affirmation: I am a significant part of creation upon this planet. I choose to take up my rightful space here. Wow. I love this energy. So that is what we have for you. And I feel like that is because we're asking, like, what are their feelings towards you? I feel like there's a lot of that intertwined in between there about, yeah, no matter, people can look and go, oh, imperfections, but all they see is that you're breathtaking, kind of energy. So, wow, pretty awesome, Michelle. What's this? Unless it's a stalker, then you're like, oh, God, got to get that restraining order. Hopefully it's not that. But that's what they have for you, my dear. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Righty. So Anna, you are up. Hello, my friend. Let's grab your timestamp here. We look at all these change energies. 150.05. Whoops. Let's try that again. There it is. So let's give that a love and a like since it lets me. Thank you for your donation. All right. So you almost reached out twice today. Oh my goodness. Needed some encouragement for attending a work picnic. Although time didn't permit you to reach out, you pulled up your big girl pants and went. Well, the picnic was just as you thought. Feeling blah, I decided last minute to go back to the office to grab a few things. As I was loading up my car, a gentleman I ran into 2 other times in the elevator hall happened to be walking near your vehicle. Our chat led to him asking me if I'd like to attend a concert on Sunday. Oh, believe it or not, but his name doesn't start with a D. What? But 2 letters away from that. That's funny. Well, you're moving either up or down in the alphabet. That's good. So you'd like to have a reading on Gurr. All right. Not about him or you. You only ran into him 3 times. Only ran into him 3 times this week. Never seen him before, know anything about him. Okay, just not about him and you, but just about them. What spirit wants you to know about them. All right. Yeah, let's take a look. I love it. Always a purpose for going to things, right? And you're like, all right. Had you gone home and said, screw this picnic, you wouldn't have bumped into him, right? All right, let's take a look here. So what do you want Anna to know about GR? Okay. These two, this one, that underneath the surface, these 3. All right. All right. Well, the bottom of the deck, we do have Empress energy here, which is a nurturing energy. Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So I do feel like overall this is a creation. This is a, wait, don't you get is it the Empress that you would get with someone? Here you are being this nurturer, right? Well, let's see what comes in here first. But that popped into my head. I'm like, don't you get the Empress card a lot too? I know you get the Queen of Swords, but the Empress. Let's see what else we have here. So tell us about GR. We've got the Ace of Fire. New passion. And the 9 of Fire. The 9 of Wands. So there is energy here of a lot of attraction energy. But there's also this 9 of Wands is a barrier kind of energy too. So there is this passion, but there's like this wall of fire that keeps their passion behind it so that it's not like, like a teenager kind of energy. So there is a spark there. There is attraction there. All of that is passion, motion, not emotion, but motion, energy, and attraction, both energetic and physical attraction energy. So interesting. Let's see what else. We've got renewal with the raccoons. That's the Judgment card, and the 5 of water, the 5 of cups. There's a bit of energy here of like rising from the dead. And I feel like this is a change of emotion. I feel like they have gone through something, either like they're widowed or they had a big breakup. Not like recently. I would feel like in about a year, maybe ago or so. But it does feel like loss. It feels like they had some sort of significant loss where they kind of felt dead almost, because what they're showing me, the renewal card, the Judgment card, is usually an angel with a horn rising people from the dead and there's people rising from their graves. So I feel like they had felt like that for a while. They've recently felt like they're ready to make a change. It's like my mourning period is over. I'm ready to get back out there and feel again kind of energy. So we'll see that. Maybe that's what this Empress creation energy could be about too, is new birth, nurturing myself. But now there's a point where over nurturing ourselves gets us stagnant and becomes unhealthy, where we're being too protective of ourselves. It's like you need time, like if, let's say you have like a broken leg, you need time to let it heal. But if you keep using the crutch when you don't need to, it actually ends up working against you getting better and faster. Um, so that kind of energy coming in. Yeah, we have the Seven of Air. So I do feel there's lost energy here. The Seven of Swords is about, you know, because of my own mindsets, my thoughts and beliefs, I cheated myself out of opportunities. That kind of goes along with that energy. They're realizing that if I keep letting these thoughts, not obtrusive, but these thoughts of fear, that this is going to steal me opportunities to do things, I need to take the chance of putting down the crutch and try walking without the crutch or the cane so that I can walk and show myself that I can. It could be a little wobbly at first, but that I can walk again kind of energy. Interesting. Okay, what else about them here? We have the Moon card. So there is some deep nurturing energy here. Let's see what's below the surface here. Because the Moon card is the revelations of some things there. The Wheel of Fortune underneath the surface, the tune of For You here. So I do feel like good energy with this. I'm not getting warning sign energy about things being revealed, because the Seven of Swords, the Moon card, if those came out like together instead of in combination, that can be like, oh my God, look out, lies, deceit, hidden things. But I don't feel that with these, just to be clear, because this Wheel of Fortune is the tune of For You. And I feel like you'll see that, oh, I get it. I understand why we came across each other's paths, because there's something that is revealed both within yourself and within them that you're just like, oh, I get it. I get it. So I like that energy, even though you didn't want it to be between him and you. There is that energy that, of course, your spirit guides want you to know. They're going to let you know. Let's see. Now, what are these last three cards? You do have the Hierophant here, the Unity card, which is about clarity, giving you the opportunity to see things from a higher perspective, a different perspective. The card of change and growth. And you had all those fives, 1, 50, 05, all this energy of change. So I do feel like you learn and grow through this individual. Yeah, the Queen of Earth. Yeah, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy. And then what else? The Chariot. Yeah, victory, movement, power of choice energy. So I do feel like you learn through here about because they have a lot of that Empress self-care energy, that I feel like that's something that they really, not that you don't know it, but it's a good mirror reflection of that, because I feel like that is something that they show you, is how you can be true to yourself and nurture yourself, while not being a douchebag either, because there are people you've experienced in your past they were truly all about them, and then they would end up using you. This is not that. This is showing you that someone can nurture themselves and also be kind and considerate and doing that too. So I like that energy because I feel like this is the mirroring and the purpose um, of that here. It does feel more, at least at this point, that energy points more towards stepping stone kind of energy where I get to learn about myself. I get to learn about life. It shows me things that I want to see, and that it helps bring some clarity around that. So I don't have many warning flags that are popping up, but let's see your fortune cookie and see what we have with that here. What else do they want to add in here? Tell us about, phew! Tell us about GR. What else would you like? I want to know here. None of those? Okay, what else? Wow, these cards are just flying out. There's like a lot of things I want to tell you. But what's the most important one thing today? All right, this one here. And you've got Cycle, the medicine wheel. I love it. Card number 30. So the medicine wheel teaches that every season we move through is of equal and great importance. Some seasons seem to last longer than others, and some seasons can tend to be more difficult than the rest. Right now, you're being asked to tend to the cycle you are moving through, even if it feels tedious or that it's taking longer than it should. Seasons can mean the literal time of year or refer to a time in your life more broadly. Which season are you moving through? Maybe this one is, yeah, it definitely goes along with it, right? It's like maybe this person's in your life for a season, Eagle is in the east, is spring, expanding, soaring, planting ideas, visioning, and dreaming. Deer in the south is summer, a time of nurture. There you go, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. And we're in summer, right? Because we move into fall, September 22nd. So here we are. Feeding your dreams, taking action, and nourishing your creations. Buffalo in the west is autumn, which brings death and letting go, making room for what no longer serves, so that what is meant for us will show up in abundance. Or are you in bear in the north, which is winter, welcomes stillness, hibernation, rest, and integration? So which season are you in emotionally or experientially? Whichever season, the medicine wheel doesn't recommend leaping out of your current space too quickly at this time, for there is great wisdom for you to gather here. The best practice is to sink in, allow, and listen to the call of your inner season. All will be revealed soon enough, for the medicine wheel always turns again. You had the Wheel of Fortune as the underlying energy. And also, what was I also going to say? Oh, I'll remember it if it's important. The sacred ceremony says, close your eyes, place your hands upon your heart, and ask your spirit which season you're currently in. One of the colors of the medicine wheel or one of the animals might appear before you. Call them into your sacred space and ask for them to guide you through this season and cycle. They will bring the exact medicine you need to walk through with peace, confidence, and balance. And your healing affirmation is, I move through this season with ease and acceptance. I trust that I'm exactly where I need to be. Wow. I love that for you, Anna. So if you need to see the card again, just for the animals. Boom, boom, boom. So no warning signs. Weep, weep, weep. So you are good. All right. So that's what they have for you, my dears. So thank you again for your donation. Enjoy that concert on Sunday if you're going. Of course, you're going. You must be going. Cinderella must go to the ball. You are very welcome. Glad you pulled up your big girl panties and went, and look what you experienced. A new adventure. All right, my dear. Much love to you. Hang in there. Enjoy. Sleep well. All right. So, Sean G, if you are in the house, I didn't get your question yet. So, if you want to pop that in there, we'll jump to you. Otherwise, we will jump into some free readings here because we are to that point. All right. So, let me make sure I didn't miss if you came in. No, okay. All right. So, let's jump up to some free readings. All right. So, Steve, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. Sorry if you were listening earlier, like, oh, so close, but yet so far. Zoop, zoop. We'll definitely do yours right now, though. You want to know how M feels about you. Free readings will go a little faster, everyone. They're just 1 to 2 card readings. So we'll take a look here and see what we have. So feelings of M towards you. Okay, we got that one. What else? Okay, this one here. So what are M's feelings? Well, we got the 3 of Earth. 3 of Pentacles energy, like that miniature poodle, and the High Priestess energy here too. So there is this, it's an interesting energy because the 3 of Pentacles is like being true to one's authentic self and really wanting to be true to who I really am, not trying to be what everyone else wants me to be, but being true to me. And they see that in you, that you are not a big people pleaser, that you are authentic, and they love that when they feel that from you. The High Priestess energy, that is about a lot of hidden and unseen things below the surface. There's this other energy, like they're very intrigued by you because they feel like there's more to you than meets the eye, because they had like this beginning idea of who they think you are, but they're already starting to see that you don't fit in this box that they put you in, that you're so different than people that they've met before that you really stand out to them. And there is this bit of intrigue. The High Priestess does kind of mention there's emotion below the surface that they're not letting kind of come to the surface because they're wanting to, be able to see that, not see it, but share it and express it later. Because I feel like they're attentive on, sharing their emotions and letting that, move forward until they feel safe. But they're like, whoa, you are different. So you're really standing out to them. And there is this energy of wanting to be closer. Getting to know you more, I guess, is the energy. Not so much moving closer, but in a way, kind of taking cautious steps towards understanding more about who you are and understanding who you are. I don't know why this feels not brand new, but fairly new-ish, because I feel like it's like they're discovering more and more about who you are, and they like what they're finding out. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now. So that's what they have for you, Steve. I know. All right. And then Ateshi Singh, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. So, Ateshi, you want to know, what will the dynamic be between you and HL now that you're on the same floor? Ooh, all right. Let's take a look here. So, based on current energies, here we go. Boom, boom. Well, you got the Queen of Fire and the Page of Earth. All right. So, the Queen of Fire, of course, is whatever you invest your energy in is what you'll draw towards you. So it's a reminder of your power. But the Page of Earth, there is possibilities of new opportunities opening up between the two of you and together. And it's based on your energy, though, because it says, don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. So there is like this, if I focus on want or need or fear or lower vibration energy, I get things that match that. But if I focus on gratitude for what I do enjoy about this person or have enjoyed about them, or things I do enjoy in my life, I bring that in and draw that in. So there is this great opportunity, but I feel like it is more so kind of doesn't feel stagnant as much as it feels like there is this pause, like there's this energy waiting for your energy to, what you're focusing on. Because I feel like your energy is kind of fluctuating. So it's kind of like it doesn't know which way to go. So, like when you decide what energy you want to put forward, that's what is drawn towards you. But there is this great energy with the Page of Pentacles, which is about, new opportunities and newness of things, clarity of things that comes in. But it's more physical opportunities in the physical world that open up than it is mental or emotional or, like passionate. It's bringing you an opportunity to get together and bump into one another and interact more with one another. But it's your energy that expands it and draws that in, or repels if there's this want and need energy, that's lack energy, which will, push them away instead of drawing them close. So hopefully that makes sense. That's what they have for you, my dears. So many blessings to you. Whoops. All righty. So Mars, you are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. Boom, boom, boom. I need like a general reading. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now for Mars? Okay. This one. Don't want that one. Don't want those either. This is the one. Yeah, there was a couple and a couple more, and it's like, no. Swipe left. Is that what it is? Left is reject, right is attract. I forget what it is. I've never been on the apps. Those were in the when I was an old man. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming in here, which we like. Wow, and the Empress. Well, you definitely have this abundant energy coming in. Both of these major arcana are two of the most abundant fullness energies that are coming in, birthing things that are new. The Wheel of Fortune is the tuna for you. So the Wheel of Fortune, of course, when our human hears everything that happens in life is for you, that's the tune of for you, fortune. Our human goes, oh, how is that for me? It doesn't always agree because it doesn't see things from the bigger picture. But when the Wheel of Fortune comes in, that is telling us that even our human is going, oh, I see how this is for me. So there is this abundant feeling, this birthing of something new, this nurturing, this understanding of for me, and also following my heart in being led here. The Empress rules over all four queens. All of the four queens get cups energy, emotion energy, plus the Queen of Cups. So that's 5 parts water, 1 part earth, 1 part fire, 1 part air, right? So there's a lot of emotional energy that's coming in here. But you can trust that whatever's being birthed, whatever's coming into your life, that this change, the wheels are turning, that this is bringing something for you into your life. So I like that for you, and that's what they have for you right now, Mars. So hopefully that resonates for you and brings you some hope. All right, so that's what they got. All right, Brenda, you are up. So Brenda Globy, hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Let's put your timestamp out here. And you want to know, is AP AS's future spouse or partner? All right. So based on current energies, what can we know here? Can you tell us here? All right. So you got the Emperor card first, because I was wondering in my head, does AP or does AS, or do either of them, is it a fated relationship? Because, we have a variety of different scenarios when we come into our lifetimes. Each lifetime we get to choose. It's like choosing your destination vacation, right? You're like, am I going to have, no matter what, I'm going to end up with this person in a relationship, and you have this agreement before you come down that we're going to end up. It's just a matter of when and how and etc. But it's depending on the path we take, we're going to end up with them. It's just a matter of how long we'll be with them, how soon we meet them, how late we meet them, whatever, right? And then there's other ones where, when depending on the path that I take, that I'll end up with this person. If I go this route, I'll end up with this person. If I go these routes, I'll end up with that person, right? So really, there's only two. I thought there was a third one, or none. We're like, I don't want to end up with anybody. Not romantically. It could be we end up with a life partner who's like our best friend or a relative or someone where it's not romantic, but they're our kind of our soulmate in a way, in a different way. So I guess that's the third way. But this one, we have the Emperor, which is multiple choice. It's the Emperor card is Aries energy. It's I get to choose when I'm here. So I don't feel like that it's destined that they are to be together. And with the Unity card here, another two major arcana. This is the Hierophant in the major arcana. 5 is the number of change. It's one of the cards that kind of comes in that tells me they're a stepping stone. That's the other thing, is like these people will end up with the rest of our life at some point. We have stepping stones that we go through to teach us, to help prepare us for our relationships. So the Emperor energy is telling me they don't have a fixed person that they're going to be with. There's a variety that they could end up with depending on the choices they make in their life. So if I didn't get this other card, it's like they could be someone they end up with, but with this Unity card with that number 5, that's telling me they're more of a stepping stone, somebody they learn a lot through, not by accident. They're in their life as a stepping stone on purpose to teach them something to go to the next step with someone else. So I don't feel like they are going to be married, or if they do, it doesn't last very long. But I don't even feel like it gets that long. I feel like it's just they learn through it, and then they go on to the next step. So I don't feel like they actually go through a marriage ceremony kind of energy. So hopefully that helps, Brenda. That's what we have for you for that one. All right, let me just check here real quick. Cat Goddess. All right. righty. So Cat Goddess, we're doing yours next here. Let's grab your timestamp here. Right. Oops, I grabbed your number 5. All right, so you were right here. There you are. I'd like to know whatever I need to know right now, or whatever comes out. I hear you. It's always my energies. What do I need to know right now? Help. Tell me why? What's going on? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit feel you need to know right now? Okay. I don't want those. They don't want those. They want this one. Okay. So what do we have here? You do have the Empress energy coming out here. I love it. The Angora rabbit. And then you have the World card. About 2 major arcana. I like this for you. One, there's a big 3 energy going on. The Empress is number 3. The World card, last card of the major arcana, is number 21. 2 plus 1 is 3. So it's a big 3 energy that's coming in here. But it's a victory energy. It's an abundance energy with the World card and the Empress. Empress is all about fruition, harvest. The World card is an ending of a cycle of victory, the beginning of a next cycle, a new energy. So I do feel like you are reaching this point of completion, and you're ready for a new beginning. You're ready for a new start. You're ready for, to go up a new level. And I feel like there's this celebration energy that's coming in about once you It's like they're reminding me the one, maybe I did it twice, but I remember it once. There's this thing called the incline in Colorado where it's this giant hiking up this old railroad where there used to be a it wasn't a railroad. It was like a little thing you would ride up. But there's a track, and they had all these rails, and you could walk, you could hike up it, but it's an incline. It's like, oh my God. By the time you get to the top, you're like, oh, these are my legs. They're on fire. But when you look back and you look at, oh my God, I did all that, it kind of makes it a little better. And I feel like that's what they're wanting you to do, is take a look back and glance back and see, look how far you've come. Look at the harvest. Look who you are today because of everything that you're gone through, and you're ready to go to a new level. You're ready to go to a new place within this. And so celebration, birthing of something new, going to a new level kind of energy. But mainly, I feel like it's time to celebrate and just really sit down and look at all the things that in your past have brought you to who you are today. And in seeing that, you're like, okay, I can see now why what I learned and gleaned from that. I'm seeing the for me in that. When, of course, when we're going through things, we're going, why is this happening to me? Later, we look back and go, oh, that's happening for me. I was reading somewhere, it's, what did they say? Something about we generally don't connect the dots when we're in the moment. We connect the dots looking back. So connect the dots and see, this is why this happened for me. So I like that for you. So that's what they have for you, Cat Goddess, right now. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anybody here. I know we've got Blaze and Amaze next. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anyone flying down the chat here. Okay, we did those. We did those. And we did those. Right. Yep. All right. Boom. So Blaze and Amaze, 2/22/14. You are up. Let's grab your timestamp here. So Blaze, you wanted to know, what are your Leo V's intentions for you? All right. Let's see. Based on current energies, what are their intentions towards you? What are their intentions towards you? Okay, we got this, and we got this. So this Leo. Ooh, all right. Well, we do have here the 5 of Fire, 5 of Wands, which is a bit of a confliction. I don't know if they really know what they want from you right now. Well, the Chariot tells us that too, because Chariot is the power of choice card, movement of energy. But you see how the two horses are dark and light, and then the rams are battling against each other. There is this, they're going back and forth trying to figure out what their intentions are. Their mind has intentions, and their heart has intentions. The heart, of course, has intentions of love, 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 love. Maybe even, well, their mind has more the thinking and the logical side of things, and more the passionate body functions of, desire and that. So there is this conflict that's going inside of them with both these cards coming out together, that I don't know what I want. What are my intentions? I don't know. Well, I have this battle going inside of me around what my intentions are. So I don't feel like they really know right now. I don't, conflicting, because as soon as I go to one, I hear the other one. As soon as I go to the other one, I hear the other one. So they're like, no, it's like two kids arguing over a toy within them, their heart and their mind going back and forth. So I don't feel like they have figured it out yet. They're kind of just going with the flow right now. A lot of times, Leo energies, lower expression Leo energies-ish, don't want to feel like a caged lion. So they are looking at more of going with the flow. enjoying the adventure, discovering what goes in, rather than trying to, have intention. It's more of, depending on where they're at and their energy. Look at me, to let me lead you on this adventure, rather than my intentions towards you are. It's more like, this is where I'd like to go on the next adventure, and you want to go along, and you're like, okay, sure, right? So hopefully that helps a little bit. We can check in here more so as we discover more about what they're wanting, but I feel like they're a bit undecided right now with all that energy. So I know not a ton of hope, not a ton of hope, a ton of help, but hopefully that at least gives you some little clarity on what's going on inside of them, why you feel like you're getting mixed messages, because they're mixed up themselves. All right. All right. So that's what they have for you, Blaze and Amaze. So many blessings to you. All right. Well, Shanji, we are coming to the end of our session here. I don't have any other free reading requests. Hey! Oh my gosh. How perfect. Dun, da, da, da. I said, well, I'm going to give you a reading about what for the weekend, and we'll see if was that going to be what you were going to ask, or do you have another question? You can pop it out there. I'm like right here, ready for you. I figured, yeah, that's crazy, right? I figured you got disconnected from your in the train, and then got kidnapped by gypsies. Now you have escaped and you're ready for your reading. So we'll do that. I had a feeling. The gypsies kidnapped you too? Oh my gosh. So if you put your question out there, I'll go to you next. And then after that, we will go to Miss K. All right. Too funny. Too funny. Take a sip here too. So did you want to know what Spirit wants you to know for the weekend? Is that, or was there a specific question about someone, something? Oh, I think another one just came through too. I saw your second one come in here. So I see another donation came through. So I see a question on that one. So I'll pull that one, and then you can put your second question, which will be what you donated first for. All right. So you wanted to know here about the child. Will there be a child? Let's take a look here. So based on your current energies, let's take a look here. Do you have a child with? Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. We do on the bottom of the deck, we have the release card, which is the death and rebirth card. So let's find out what this energy is around this. You might end up killing them first. Let's see what we have here. We got the King of Water. We got this beautiful balance between head and heart. And look, little Buddha baby penguins with maybe quadruplets. Uh-oh. Let's see what else we have here. The 10 of Air. We got the 10 of Swords. And then also the Moon card. Mother Luna energy coming in here as well. Interesting energy with all this. It is an energy of possibilities, but there's so many different avenues between this and that. They're like, you could end up with that, but there's a lot of hidden things that need to come to the surface. The 10 of air, a lot of letting go of some expectations to get past some things with them, to have that be able to happen, if that makes sense. That's what these other three cards are. Yeah, I got the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. So the passion is there. Here's the parent-child energy and Mother Moon energy, father energy. So there's definitely a lot of possibilities here. Yeah. So we have the ego. Here's the Devil card. Here's that stuff coming in here about the needing to let go of some long-held beliefs and thoughts again. Both of these energies of thinking and letting go, that has to happen. And the Knight of Air, yeah, movement beyond thought and belief and mindset in order to go forward. The Knight of Air being the Knight of Swords. So there is this energy, and it's an action, and mental action energy has to change first. So there has to be a bit of a rebirth before a birth would be possible with that energy. So just saying here, definite possibilities, but there are some things that come to the surface with the moon energy. It's Mother Moon, but she also is the revealer of secrets, like the High Priestess in a way, that come up for you to look at. So hopefully that helps. Your one fortune cookie for this session. Yeah, no problem. So that's number 2, which will make number 1, and then whatever you want to put for your first one, you can put that now, and then after Miss K, we'll circle back around and give you that one. But your fortune cookie for both is dun, 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 Mastery, Wisdom Keeper. So we'll see what we have here with 36. It is time to deepen into the fullness of the medicine you bring. You're being called to find a mentor, teacher, or guide that will help you to master your art. Master your art, literally. Spirit encourages you to find someone who's able to clearly see your power, someone who celebrates the natural gifts that you carry and is here to help you attune them with more precision. Guidance can come in many forms, and the Wisdom Keeper meant to assist you at this time may not be who or what you expected. Sometimes we miss the path we're meant to take because we're too rigid or attached to what learning should look like. Here's that releasing of expectations too. Release all of that now and trust when your heart feels lit up and your soul feels a deep connection. The deepest growth happens when we allow ourselves to be teachable, seeing ourselves as a student of life. We all have more to learn as we are evolving until our last days here. Now is a time for refinement and advancement of your gifts in the world. Open yourself up to the aligned guide coming your way, as it has all been divinely planned by the cosmos. So I feel like that's probably going to be more of your second question, but it kind of relates to this one too. It's letting go of all the mindset things, because that's what's going to be necessary in order for you to have this connection where you feel safe in bringing a baby into the world with someone. They have to be to that place. Sacred Ceremony says, imagine a beautiful mountain before you that represents your growth and evolution. You feel yourself climbing this mountain, and with each step are met by bursts of light coming down from the constellations above you. Absorb this light into your crown, and as it moves down, feel it amplify your inner navigation. You will now know the next step to take on your mastery journey, and the opportunities and people meant to assist you will begin to show up. Wow. The healing affirmation is I am ready to learn and deepen into my wisdom keeping self. A higher level of guidance comes to me with ease. Oh, nice. Well, I like this energy for you because this is about finding someone that helps you master and take your art, whether that's your art, literal art, or the art of who you are, to a new level. So I definitely feel like that covers both questions with that fortune cookie. So I love that. All right. Like I said, we'll circle back around for your second question here in a moment, Sean G. So thank you so much for your dual donations. Happy Friday night. All right. So Miss K, you are up. Thank you for your donation. Let's give your timestamp here. There we go. And we'll give this a love and a like since it lets me do that on here. So Miss K, you want to know, do we see new love relationship in the future? All right, let's take a look here. Based on your current energies, is there a new, brand spanking shiny new with that fresh car smell? Not an old beat up one, but a new car smell relationship. Let's see. Well, you got 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Seems to be a little dance going on here. And we had already shuffled these, but the death card came out on the bottom here. This rebirth, release energy that happens here. Ending and beginning energy. So that is leaning me towards a yes. We'll see what we have coming in here. But let's see what the two-step dance energy. So let's see what the first two come in here together. Yeah, Ace of Fire, Ace of Wands, and the Justice card as well here, coming in here. Well, of course, Ace of Wands does tell us about possibilities and that there is a new passion, a new love interest, a new attraction to someone. And it's a balanced attraction with the Justice card here. Might even be, if you're enjoying men in uniform, it might even be a police officer. You're like, woo la la. Don't go speeding around trying to get stopped by a police officer, though. you have your phone number on a little here. No, that was just a side note with that justice energy coming in. Could be someone that's in the justice system. It could be, of course, a lawyer, a judge, someone who works in the court system, someone who works with the police, or ex-con inmate. No, I'm just kidding. I know. I'm a little bit giddy right now. Sorry, Miss K. You're like, no. But I like that. So definitely a new passion coming in. Let's see what else we can know here. Yeah, King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. I like this because this earth energy is very earth signy. And I'm like, uh-oh, Taurus, right? But it could be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy, sun sign coming in here. But I love that they give you the Five of Earth sign, not that earth sign. It's this other earth sign. So you might have this draw to earthy, signy people. But definitely there is that kind of energy that's there. Someone who's solid, someone who's very grounded, understands how the outside world works, which would make sense too, being in the justice system. They understand a lot of stuff that happens. So glad you have a great sense of humor, Miss K. I like that. So let's see what else we have here. Oh, yeah, definitely. If there was any doubt, we have the Lover's card and the King of Fire coming in as well. So it is someone who, there is, again, with that Ace of Fire, there is a great amount of attraction, but they are also, I like the kingly energy. You got two kings energies coming in here. And I don't feel like it's two separate people. I feel like it is the same one, but it's this one, they are able to show their attraction, show their energy. You're talking to a firefighter now, Sean. There's this energy of, um, being able to control my passions, but be able to express them, but not, rah, and do that. So I like that energy. Um, so definitely feels that they're someone I like the groundedness, but someone who's not so grounded that they don't take action, right? We're like, oh my God, I need someone that's actually gonna show their passion to me, right? I like that. Knight of Air, yeah, movement of communication. The Ten of Air. So there is a little bit of energy here that, of course, is important, a part of this release and letting go, death and rebirth energy. The Ten of Air, Ten of Swords is about, I'm tired of living up to all these expectations of supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. This is about letting this go. The 10 moving up to the night. It's like leaping up to the night, which is movement of thought and belief and going, you know what? I'm not going to be so connected to my supposed to be, should be's about who are they supposed to be? Who am I supposed to be? How the relationship is supposed to be, blah, 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 right? All those small t truths that keep us from seeing opportunities and meeting people because we're like, well, like I would never date a cop. And it's like, well, if we have these strict guidelines, right, our expectations, it has to be this way, creator, this way, this timing, blah, blah, blah. It's very thin. They're like, well, this is on back order for 1,000 years. But if we open that up a bit, there's all these that can ship immediately. You're like, what? Oh my gosh. Well, let me do this because it takes a long time for us to move to see something. But if it's faster to remove our expectations, then we can see people and opportunities earlier. And I feel like that's a big piece of what's coming in here with that. So definitely feel like new love headed your way. Definitely possible this year with all of that. And the more you let go of more of those expectations, the faster it draws them in, right? The faster we see them. Let's see what your fortune cookie brings in here too. All right, there it is. The calling, the sacred medicine. Yeah, I like it. Someone calling, someone connecting. So the call to step into your role as a healer, a visionary, and a seer in this world is becoming louder and more insistent. You have inherited ancestral gifts, lived a lifetime of teachings, and received wisdom from many guides. You're currently walking through a fire of initiation to shake up self-doubt and fear of visibility. It is no small feat to share the fullness of who you are in the world or with the world. And the time has come to do so. If you choose not to listen, the call will only increase in volume. If it has never felt safe to you to share your sacred medicine with the world, be kind to yourself. It can take a lot of courage and love to open up about vulnerable feelings. You are invited to hold compassion for fear or insecurity. Please know that this is a normal part of expansion, and the only way to hone your craft is with practice. This card is here to show you that you are a medicine keeper, and the ways you can share with the world are abundant. Your gifts are meant to be put into action in tangible ways now. All you need to do is show up authentically and know that your presence is so much more than enough. Wow. The sacred ceremony, a circle of light appears around you. In this circle are your ancestors, animal spirits, healer guides, and angelic ones. They welcome you into their circle, and you feel this pulsation of illumination activate all of your energy centers. You remember that you are here in this life for a divine purpose, and you're being called to your greatest expression. You shimmer with the light of your sacred medicine for all to see. Your healing affirmation: I am enough exactly as I am. My sacred medicine is ready to be shared with the world. Wow. Kind of a dual thing, more, I mean, there's about your life purpose and expressing this beautiful energy and medicine within you to the world in your own special, unique way. But there's also this energy about realizing that you don't need to become someone else to be someone else's match, to draw someone and have a wonderful partnership with someone. When you find that one, it's just going to be your energy matches, and you will be able to be true to your authentic selves and not feel like you have to change to be something for someone. So I love that for you. So hopefully that helps resonate there, Miss K. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. All righty. And then, so Sean G, we will circle back around here. Oh, look, you got a little mirroring energy with 45, 54, 45 and 54 flipped. So I like that. Thank you for your additional donation versus via the CashApp. So you wanted to know, how will the rest of the year be for you? All right. Will you be going to the Fireman's Ball? I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here. So based on current energies, yeah, it's not too much left, right? Let's take a look here. So August, I feel, September, October, November, and a little tidbit into December going into the next year. So just a little bit of a shindig. Energy, I don't know what that means. But at the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is a feeling of abundance and fullness. So we like that energy. It's definitely going to be a full year for you, this feeling of overflowedness. So we like that coming out for the remainder of the year. We can just stop there, right? brudda-zen. So let's see here. The rest of August, you have the 9 of Swords. So nightmares and insomnia this month. But this isn't that. This is the realization. It's like you're getting to the point of exhaustion in a way of trying to live up to a lot of expectations, a lot of supposed to be, should be's, need to be's. The 10 of Swords is like, I've had enough. I got to be me, and all these rules that are embedded and kind of intertwined within you that sometimes we won't even realize that we have an expectation. It's like telling someone, drop your expectations around relationships. And then I go, I have 0 expectations on relationships. And I go, okay, so you don't care if they take you to this? Oh no, they're supposed to do this. And I'm like, that's an expectation. But it's such a part of us. We're like, that's just, we think common sense is not an expectation. But if there's a word of supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, that's what's coming up here, right? So there's an awareness of expectations that comes up these next 2 weeks here in August that frees you because you let these go. September, you have the 6 of Fire, 6 of Wands energy. You do have this victory energy next month, and a very flow energy that comes in here too. So nice celebration and being celebrated next month energy. So I like that for September for you. Very flowing energy in September. October, you got the 3 of Fire with the Queen of Air. Balance of your head and heart. I feel like things do balance out here in October to where, because this is you going a different direction, I'm choosing to kind of alter because of new information and new awareness I have. I'm changing my a direction that wherever you were headed, something significant ish, not like life changing, but definitely changes your day to day kind of energy around that. So we'll see. what that means here, but you definitely have, but it's you changing it, not it being forced to be changed. It's you deciding, I don't want that anymore. I'm going this direction. Something new is drawing you, or you are altering something to go in a different direction. November, you got the Four of Earth, Four of Pentacles, and the 10 of Fire, 10 of Wands. There is this and this makes sense with following that month, that November is a month of doing like an energy check. Where am I investing all of my energy in my life? Where is everything going? Because the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles is an energy of kind of a solid foundation in the outside world. It can also be a change of home. If you decide to change, you might make some decisions around that, or realize how much energy you were putting into it, and really zero in on your north, your true north. In November, you're really realizing, okay, I've got so much going on. I'm going to finish off stuff so that I can really focus on what I'm wanting next. So it feels good. It feels like a good energy. It feels like an accomplishing energy in November with that solid foundation energy, but also this recalibrating of where you're investing a lot of your energy. So I like that. December, yeah, you got this abundant energy, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, abundance. I feel like December almost feels like I'm like looking back over my year and I'm like, I've gone so much, I've accomplished so much, I've gotten to this point. Now it's time for me to rest and celebrate what I've done throughout the year and look at what I want to do next year. What do I want to create next year? But it is a very much like an Empress energy of creation, of fruition, as well. And it could even be birthing energy, not like you'd birth a child, but maybe becoming pregnant in December. If you're looking at having a child, just know bunny rabbit energy. Look out. And then going into the new year, you have the Justice card and the Page of Air, Page of Swords. So you are there. Both of those cards together are about a ton of clarity coming in, seeing things from a higher perspective, letting go of old ways of looking at things, and going, this next year, what are some fresh new ideas of what I want? And again, I feel like the remainder of this year, you are gaining more and more and more and more clarity around what you do want and what you don't want. But overall, the 10 of Earth, the 10 of Pentacles, is a lot of feelings of abundance. And of course, as you've been focusing on gratitude, gratitude, gratitude for what you do have and have had, that does definitely change the amount of abundance that can come towards you. So I like that for you, Sean. So hopefully that helps give you a little bit of woo-woo for this next period here. So that is what they have for your 2 readings there. Thank you again, Sean, for your dual donations. I greatly appreciate that. You're welcome, Blaze. And I think that is everything. I don't think anyone else. Let me just make sure I didn't skip anyone, because I would hate to have skipped anyone, but I don't see anything here. All right. So that is the whole shebang, and we're like 6 minutes early. So thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up, all the love, all the support. I'm so grateful that you guys were spending some time with the Zen friends and the Spirit today. I'm so grateful for all of you and for your thirst of hearing from Spirit as well. So I will be back, of course. But today's Friday already, right? Friday. Yeah. So Saturday and Sunday morning, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tomorrow night as well, from 6 to 9 p.m. Mountain. Last night and tonight, we finished all readings. So if you want more readings, return. Absolutely. And we'll see if we get through everyone. This is not normal. There's definitely some interesting energy going on in the world. But I'm so grateful we got to all the readings tonight, because I know not everyone can give donations to be prioritized during a lot of my sessions. So I am grateful, and I'm able to get some free readings into. So I'm so grateful, and I'm going to head out. Many blessings, much love to you. And remember, as you're going through each and every second of every day of your life, you truly are eternally and unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. I heard this great, I think I'm going to make it the ending of my podcast, which is life, human life can be a challenge, but you are loved. So I love that. And with that, I'll let you go. You guys have a great night.